Hey there guys, my name is Kawaiga and I'm here to show you an awesome machine that can actually generate diamond. You can do this on the Feed the Beast mod pack, or by just using the mods BuildCraft and Equivalent Exchange 3. I do recommend the Soul Shards mod, and I'll get into that a little bit later. But for the basic, necessary mods here, you're going to need BuildCraft and Equivalent Exchange. So let's get on to it, shall we? I'm going to start off by showing you just really quickly the outside of this this machine, this build. And all it is just a conventional spawner, or like the idea of a conventional spawner where you have these alternating cobblestone and air structure here, which is about 50 blocks high and has about 35-40 water buckets worth of water poured all over it to make sure that Enderman cannot teleport around. And in here you can see that there's a Soul Shard spawner, a tier 5 Soul Shard spawner, and later in the video I'll actually show you how to easily get a tier 5 if you want to see that. And it comes down in here, they drop in, they die, it deals 44 damage, as you can see, or around 44 damage, which is just enough to kill them. And it will, these obsidian pipes, which pick up items, will pick up the items, bring them down to these wooden pipes, and these wooden pipes' job are simple. Firstly, they make sure that nothing connects to each other. It's not like using iron piping to do this, so it's very simple, and it's also there to be neat. It looks, to me, this looks extremely concise, extremely neat. You know what's going on. You know that's going down into here. This is probably the most confusing part of it, by far, the most confusing part of the build. And all this is just me taking iron piping and using it to route these ender pearls into the chest over there, and wherever you want to put it. You don't have to do that. In fact, the chest isn't necessary at all, and I'll get into that right now. Just let me get down here real quick. As you can see, this is powered by 2 redstone engines, but you really don't have to do this. In fact, I could just take out the middleman right now, and you'll see that if I connected it to for instance, an iron pipe right here, and brought it down in, it wouldn't require this chest. But the reason why I was using this chest was just for simplicity's sake. I didn't want to really screw around with anything, and I wanted to have like this buffer here. But that's not necessary. You don't have to have these redstone engines or this chest, but that's what I did. And you also don't need to have this diamond piping here, and the reason why is because I thought shards of minium actually dropped from Endermen when whenever they died, regardless of how they died. But apparently when they fall, or I'm guessing when they don't take player damage, and they don't die from player damage, they will not drop shards of minium. So you do not need the diamond piping, which means you do not need like a higher tier material to create this. The highest tier material you need to create is this golden pipe right here. Actually, you don't even need to create this, but this is just for convenience and for, speed. Essentially, I don't want to, sit around waiting for my diamond to generate. But anyway, once it comes down in here, it goes into this quote-unquote buffer chest, which all it does is it has a bunch of minium stones in it, and it puts them in there, and it auto crafts iron ingots. It will actually, it seems to go faster with the chest, instead of just directly going into the auto crafter. I suggest using it going into there first, and then having a pull from the chest itself. Then it goes into this. It takes the iron, it gets from there, the 4 iron per ender pearl goes into here. Takes that, takes the minium stone, turns into gold ingots. Then it goes over here, turns the gold ingots into diamond, and then the diamond is pushed out into the final auto crafting table, which generates a block of diamond, and that goes into my ender chest. You don't need the ender chest. You can use the normal vanilla ender chest. I actually recommend using an ender chest so you don't have to come back here and check it out. You can just have this running whenever you want. I also recommend using a chunk loader to do this as well, so you don't have to be here when this is running. So that's about it for the machine. It's extremely simplistic. It doesn't require a lot of materials to create. You could probably do this on the overworld or in a MystCraft dimension without actually killing the Ender Dragon, but I was too lazy and far too. I didn't know that much about Enderman mechanics to do it elsewhere. Essentially, I just didn't feel like it. But you could do this probably anywhere, especially with the Soul Shards. Definitely with the Soul Shards, not with anything, not without it though. And that's about it for the machine. So it's extremely concise, extremely easy to use, very straightforward, and all that jazz. But before I go on, I do want to give credit where credit is due. The entire idea of this, or at least the basic idea of this, came from a guy named BestMinecraftStuff on YouTube, and he posted a video rather recently, I think probably a month ago, just detailing a similar method. You still use Enderman to generate diamond from pseudo-automatically. He had to use pistons in his version, and he had to actually be physically in there because it was using a vanilla Enderman spawner. But it also used electrical engines and a bunch of fancy sorting things, and to me it just wasn't very understandable as a newcomer to these technical mods. So this build does not require any energy, anything like that. I don't even probably have to go into how to build this. You can just see from right here. It's extremely easy. As someone who doesn't use this often, this is extremely easy, and it only takes around an hour and a half to build. So that's about it with the machine. If you want to know how to get these soul shards very quickly, you can continue on with the video, or you can end it right here. I'm not going to talk about the machine that much anymore, and that's about that. So if you want to learn more about the soul shards, you can continue watching. Otherwise, I'll talk to you later. Okay. Alright, for those of you who are continuing to watch, you can easily get soul shards, especially if you're using like Direwolf 20 mod pack or something of that similarity. You can go to the end, and all you need to do is grab a fame, some cobblestone, not that many, not that much. I apologize for lag. I'm not sure why it's lagging. At least in my end it is lagging. Anyway, and all you need to do is just stare at Endermen. If you stare at Endermen within 25 blocks of your location, they will actually aggro on you, and they will come to around here, and they will not be able to hit you. And all you need to do is just kind of sit here and attack them, and they literally cannot hit you. You might want to be aware though, if you ever go out to collect the drops around here, there are going to be some on the roof, so you're going to need to pop in and back out to make sure to lure them out, and then kill them from there. So that's an easy way to get soul shard count. It takes about 2 hours to 2.5 hours doing it legitimately, which I'm sure is the entire intention of building this machine in the first place. So that's about that. That's about it. That's all you really need to know. The machine is completely self-sustaining. You will have to replace the minium shards, the minium stones, it seems about every 30 minutes. The diamond generator one will probably never have to be replaced. Will probably only have to be replaced maybe once every 8 hours at best, because it's not transmuting that often. And it has about 1,024 uses, so it's definitely not a huge transmutation thing. But the Ender Pearl minium stones will almost definitely have to be replaced every maybe 30 minutes. So that's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Big credit to BestMinecraftStuff for the idea. You can search up his video if you want to see a different perspective on how to do this. If you want to see maybe a vanilla version of the same idea, the same concept. But I suggest you use this easier, much more, I'd say it's much more basic, much more simple way of doing it. You're not going to get much of a speed increase anyways doing it the other way. But regardless, that's about it. And I'll talk to you guys later.